Cattle ranching is one of Brazil's premier industries. Its beef exports are the largest in the world, accounting for 20% of the global market. Ranches are spread throughout the Amazon and its lesser-known neighbors, the Cerrado, a tropical savanna, and the Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland. All three biomes are home to extraordinary biodiversity and are critical carbon sinks for the planet. But they are under threat from the rapidly expanding beef industry.
65% do desmatamento na região.
About 65% of the deforestation in the Amazon region is caused by cattle ranching. It's our duty in journalism to expose these problems, to hold the authorities and companies accountable.
Marcel Gomes is the executive secretary of Reporter Brazil, a journalistic nonprofit focused on investigating threats to the environment and human rights violations. As cattle ranching became the largest driver of deforestation in Brazil, Marcel began to scrutinize the industry. Using a unique methodology, tracking the supply chain from point of origin to consumer, he hoped to identify abusive practices.
Nós temos informações sobre as
We have information on environmental fines, data on farm locations, and movement of beef products in Brazil. Linking all this information allows us to track the entire product chain.
But tracing the journey from farm to table is complicated, in large part because cattle that graze on illegally deforested ranches are transferred to legal farms, a practice known as cattle laundering. By the time they reach the slaughterhouse, their tracks have been covered.
Lavagem de gado é problema sério que nós temos no Brasil.
Cattle laundering is a serious problem in Brazil. This violates the law here, and it happens routinely.
In 2020, Marcel and Reporter Brazil partnered with the global NGO Mighty Earth to track the path of Brazilian beef into European supermarkets. One of the companies at the center of their investigation was JBS, the world's largest meat producer. Its products are easily found on the shelves of Europe's largest supermarket chains.
Muito importante focar.
It's important to focus on the large corporations because they cause greater social and environmental impacts.
These are failure!
While Mighty Earth managed the international advocacy campaign, Marcel coordinated the entire product tracing process, working with everyone from truck drivers to ranch hands to field researchers in Brazil, Europe, and the US.
Contratamos pesquisadores em diversos países.
We hired people who went to the supermarkets to scan the barcodes. With this information, it was possible to identify the packing plants that each meat product had come from. Then we examined satellite images of the cattle ranches to identify illegal deforestation.
Putting all this data together, Marcel accomplished something that JBS claimed was impossible. He and his team had tracked the beef from the supermarkets all the way back to the farms where the cattle were raised. In 2021, Reporter Brazil published the results of Marcel's exhaustive investigation. The data was irrefutable, proving that JBS meat products were directly linked to deforestation.
E com a pressão dos consumidores no exterior.
With pressure from consumers, several large supermarket chains decided to suspend the sale of Brazilian meat because of its environmental and social costs.
The boycott, representing a loss of billions of dollars in annual sales for JBS, sent a powerful message to meat producers around the world.
Nós sabemos que estamos enfrentando.
We know that we're tackling a very powerful industry in Brazil and globally.
Que há muitos desafios ainda.
And while there are still many challenges to overcome, we also have many victories.
Ultimately, Marcel's goal is to ensure a sustainable food supply that is good for people and the planet.
É fundamental a criação de sistema.
We must create a mandatory public system to track the cattle. It's essential if we're going to stop the beef industry from being a major cause of climate change.
For outstanding environmental achievement for South and Central America, the 2024 Goldman Environmental Prize is awarded to Marcel Gomes, Sao Paulo, Brazil.